it's John from Reviews with John, and I want to do an unboxing today, just hopefully a quick video of 3 different products that are produced by Ubiquiti. Now, I did another unboxing of a Ubiquiti AP Pro, and you can click on the link right here to see that if you haven't. But first of all, out of the gates, let me reassure the viewer I am in no way associated with Ubiquiti. They don't pay me a dime. I have paid them a lot of money for products that we use, and the reason why I use a lot of their products is because it falls nicely within my budget line. And so Ubiquiti has some reasonably priced items out there and solutions for wireless, and today we're going to look at some digital camera surveillance system stuff, and it is really good quality, and I'll go over the pros and cons as I'm kind of unboxing things. But I want to show you 3 different products from Ubiquiti. They're called AirCams, and 3 different types of products that you'll need to kind of get started with a surveillance system. The first one is the NVR is what it's called, but it's basically a DVR if you're familiar with your TV set. It is the digital recording device that all of the networked camera recordings gets recorded to, and so you log into it just with a simple network password. You assign it a static IP, and then you just type that into your web browser that's on that network, and you can pull up your camera system, and then you have a credentials, you log in and all that sort of thing. But super simple, makes a lot of sense. There's some pros and cons there, and we'll kind of touch base on some of those things. The second product is the indoor drop ceiling camera, and that is strictly PoE. It's a decent 720p camera. It's a nice clean design, and we'll get into that when we unbox them. There's a couple of different options when you purchase them. You can buy them individually, or you can buy them in 3 packs, and as always with Ubiquiti, you save a little bit of money when you buy them in groups of 3. So I just purchased all mine on Amazon. I'll try and put that in the notes underneath, but you know, a good little product, and we'll go over that just in a minute. The last product is their outdoor camera, and this is strictly, truthfully, it's really an indoor camera, but it's their kind of entry-level outdoor camera. I have ordered some infrared outdoor cameras for the tops of roofs and stuff, and here in Michigan it gets pretty cold, and so they're going to have to be able to take some abuse. So when I get those, I'll do an unboxing of those, and then I'll do a review of them once we start using them, but that will come at a later date. So the 3 that we're going to look at today is the NVR, the recording device. We're going to look at the drop ceiling cameras, and then we're going to look at the indoor-outdoor entry-level camera.
Okay, so here's that box with the NVR inside. It's the DVR device. It records all of the video from your surveillance system. And here on the side, it actually shows you who tested it and at what date, and it gives you serial numbers. It's just some more graphics and stuff from the actual system on the box. Ubiquiti always does a really nice job of their packaging. So we'll just slip this out. Now, these NVRs come in 500 gigabyte sizes, and the videos are not that big at all, and so it's very easy to use this with multiple cameras. It will last you several weeks of recording just on the single one. In most offices and stuff, it only use 3 or 4 cameras anyways. Here's a nice power supply. It looks a lot like Ubiquiti power supply, and this cable, 3-prong cable, is their standard issue. User manual, and then there is a little kickstand here, some rubber feet for the NVR unit, and then this is a little stand that will actually stand up your device. I'll show you that in a second. Pop this out. This is the actual NVR. Very simple. Just sits on a shelf or on a shelf on the rack in a server room. Very simple USB 3.0 ports on the front, SD card slot, and then you have your HDMI out, network, more USB, VGA, all good stuff. You could hook up all the peripherals to a computer to this thing, and it would show you your system. So if you wanted it to sit on your desk, you could do that. Let me just stand this up here for you real quick and show you how that works. So if you wanted it on your desk, it comes with a little stand. Real easy. And that's it. That's the whole package for the NVR. All right, so moving on to our 3-pack of our AirCam domes. They come in a nice black glossy finish and a little plastic cap, and that's really all you see sitting in the ceiling. Some nice graphics here from Ubiquiti. And we'll just get out our trusty Kershaw knife and cut that little piece of tape. Now that symbolizes that I'm the first person to open this since it came from the factory. So every time you do that, that's really what you're symbolizing. Here's the manual. And there's not a whole lot to unbox here. Let's grab one of the cameras. And whoop. Very simple design, very small, compact. We'll take the plastic off here. And that's basically all you see while it sits in the ceiling. We just basically unscrew this backing that's on here. Just give me a second. There we go. And you would cut a hole in the ceiling, stick this cylinder up through the ceiling, and then just tighten it down like I am here, loosening it. And then you plug it into the network that has the PoE Ethernet coming to it. Now, one of the cool things, I don't really know why I would need this, but maybe somebody could come up with an idea, is that if you turn this around, you can actually pull the camera out of the brace so that you can test it, or maybe they're going to come out with different mounts for it, and so that would be cool in the future. A little plastic cap comes off, and the camera, you can position it this way, so you take the cap off and then you can turn it. So obviously in the ceiling, if you're looking down a hallway, you're going to want to angle it so that you can see those things. And then there's a microphone here at the top. The microphones on these aren't amazing. If somebody was having a conversation underneath them, I could see how that would be beneficial, but outside of that, you're not going to hear too much out of those microphones. So we'll kind of put that back. That's kind of the gist of it. Here, if you could visualize this sitting inside the ceiling, here you're just tightening this down so that the ceiling is sitting around it like that, and then it's very clean. All you see is that little camera and the ball that goes there, and then we just clip on the plastic dome. Now it takes a little bit of practice to get that on, because those snap in fairly snug. Here's a standard 24-volt PoE box that Ubiquiti issues, and same cable as always. I have never seen anything different from Ubiquiti. And that is it. That's everything in this box. And last but not least, I want to show these indoor-outdoor cameras from Ubiquiti. They come in white only here at the end of 2014. Nice box design, some graphics here, standard stuff from Ubiquiti. I'm going to take my Kershaw knife and cut this tape. Yoink. And that's just, again, reassurance that I'm the first person to open this from the factory. So we'll pop this little tab out, unfold these pieces, and in the top is the user manual. You can find this online if you'd like a preview of that, but it's kind of standard stuff. And here are the wall mounts for the actual cameras. 2 turn screws, and you would just drill this into the wall with the wood screws that are provided, or the drywall mounts that are provided, and then you just clip the camera on there. I'll show you that in a second. And underneath these mounts are the actual bullet style cameras. They have a little sunshade here on the top. Real nice clean design, nothing to draw too much attention to itself. There's a little back hatch here that has your network cable, and you would open that up or use that round opening here on the back for indoor installations. And the mount just simply slips underneath the jacket of the camera and clicks together, and that's what it looks like mounted on the walls. You can turn this any way you'd like. There's also one on the top that can turn it left and right. And then under the cameras in the box is the standard power cable, 3-prong power cable, and the 24-volt PoE box from Ubiquiti. Very standard issue with them. And they give you 3 little bags of wood screws. And here's a rubber grommet. I'll show you how this works. This is kind of a cool little extra. To keep moisture out of the camera, we want to be sure we take the back off and we plug in our network cable, but we don't want to leave that area exposed, so we take this little rubber grommet and just fit it in that area and feed our cable through there, and then simply just put the back door back on the camera. And this would keep insects and moisture out of that area for the most part. So if we live in rainy or snowy climates, we can install these outside and not worry about getting moisture in there.
All right, everybody, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you coming back and checking these videos out. Please click on the links, subscribe if you'd like the video, leave a comment. If you have any questions about what I've shown today or how it works, feel free to ask. You can just leave a comment below, and I will try and get to those and respond to those so that you can get a better understanding of how the system works. But I've used this system for probably 6 to 8 months now, and it has performed very well for us and has produced some very nice high-def video of our surveillance stuff. And so I've been really happy with it. We're going to continue to integrate over to it and create a bigger surveillance system on our campus. But we've learned a lot in that time, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you next time. Take it easy.